Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So if you new here, my name is Pooja and you watching me on UPSC with Pooja. So first of all, today's topic is going to be UPSC CSE 2022 strategy for working professional and married aspirants. Those who have only 4 to 5 hours in their hand to study. This video is totally dedicated for them because since last few days I have got many comments related to this, that ma'am make a schedule or make a video, strategy video for the working professionals. So in this video I will discuss each and everything for the working professional and the married aspirants. And obviously before starting this video I really want to tell you something, that my health is not so much good, so I will talk slowly. If you don't have enough time in your hand, then you can watch this video in 1.25x speed. So first of all, we will look into the how many days we have, how many hours we have each and every day, and how many hours we have together in their hand, in our hand. That is approximately I am targeting that you have 4 to 5 hours in your hand each and every day, or you can say on holiday, that means on Sunday you have at least 8 to 9 hours of study. But here I am not counting this one, here I am only you can say taking an average time, that is 4 to 5 hours of study every day. This is daily target. And you have time, because I am making this video on 18th of February 2021. So but I am making this video totally dedicated for the beginners, those who are totally beginners. I am making this video because if you are a beginner, you need I think 10 to 15 days to understand each and everything, like UPSC syllabus, UPSC previous year questions, how they have formed for the prelims and mains, each and everything. You have to watch few toppers video, you can incorporate their strategy in your schedule also. So these are the things which you have to do before starting your preparation in these 10 to 12 days, or you can say 10 days. Today is 18th and you have 28th February, so only 10 days you have in your hand. So in these 10 days you have to do all these things. So I am making this strategy from March 2021 to September 2022. That means 1 year 7 months strategy, total 19 months you have, and approximately 570 days. If you count these things, that means 19 months is equals to 570 days. But here I am approximately targeting 500 days, because 70 days maybe is for traveling, maybe is for your resting, maybe you get ill, maybe whatever the things it is. But 70 days I'm not counting here, I'm only counting the 500 days. 70 days is totally for you. And if you can study 4 hours every day in these 500 days, then you can complete 2280 hours. This is not a matter of joke, this is quite a huge amount. You can say a good ample amount of time you have. So definitely you can crack this UPSC 2022 UPSC in this time frame, because 19 months is quite a good amount. But definitely there you have to maintain some conditions, only then only you can complete each and every syllabus in these few hours. So definitely now I will discuss all these conditions which you have to know before starting your preparation, and what will be your strategy for the preparations. These are the few conditions which you have to follow. So I will discuss each and every conditions now. The number one condition is that limited source, right? So each and every topper will tell you that you should follow one source for one topic. But definitely those aspirant who have enough time in their hand, you can say 8 to 10 hours in their hand each and every day, they maybe few toppers can you can say watch, or you can say read 2 books for one topic. Like modern history, you have to read at least Bipan Chandra and Spectrum, both these book. But definitely those who are working professionals and married aspirants have less amount of time in their hand. I will definitely request you to follow limited number of books for each and every topic. Like one book is for one subject, not more than that. And especially for the big subject like modern history, economy, geography, then polity, art and culture, this type of subject, then environment, these 5 to 6 subject are the broad subject. So for this one you can follow one proper standard book and proper NCERT, only one NCERT. But yes, definitely not for each and every subject. Like for the geography, you have to read the 11th and 12th 4 NCERT. There may be some you can say exception. in few subjects, but especially for the economy, if you really want to read one NCERT, that will be macroeconomic NCERT. If you really want to read one NCERT for the political science, then I will definitely recommend you to read the Indian Constitution at Work. So like this, you can follow only one NCERT for each and every subject. So that was totally my point of view. One NCERT, one standard book is for the main subject, or you can say big subject, but there are a lot of few topics which are included in the UPSC main syllabus. So for that topic, I really feel, because I am in this process, you can say 2 to 3 years I have completed in this process. So after reading all these short notes from many recognized institutes, I have bought many notes from Delhi market. But definitely after reading all these things, I really want to tell you one thing, that type of questions are not asked in the UPSC exam. UPSC will ask the questions from the current affairs. If you can read the newspaper daily properly, then definitely social issues, you can say governance, you can say internal security, international relation, these type of topics are related to current affairs, disaster management. So this type of topic you have to know the proper current affairs of related to this topic since last 1 to 2 years, because for the mains I believe that 1.5 years, that means 1.5 years to 2 years, current affairs is very much important, especially for the newspaper editorial section. So for the short topic, I will definitely recommend you to refer the current affairs properly, make short crisp note. That means at least 20 points on each and every topic. UPSC has given broad syllabus. I have already made this video, that syllabus analysis and book list. So if you have not go through them, you can go and check it out, because in this video I am not discussing all these things. So from that syllabus, you have to make short notes in your own handwritten notes, or you can say online notes, whatever you want, because I have already made a video that offline and online note making strategy. So you can follow anyone for yourself according to your suitableness. So for that one, I am telling you, make at least 20 points, 20 bullet points, or you can say at least 1 pages for each, 1 to 2 pages for each and every short topic. I am not here talking about the broad topic, only short topic. Like from the social issue, communalism is a topic, globalization is a topic. So I am telling you that at least 2 pages of notes from the communalism, 2 pages of notes from the globalization, right? So you have to make short topics for the mains point of view, and you have to make integrated topic note, integrated notes for the big subject, or say broad subject, which are also included in your prelims and mains both. So you have to you have to choose limited sources for your each and every subject. Number one is that, and you have to, you can say, limit and consolidate your sources. That means when you are reading so many books before the prelims or before the mains, you will get confused that whether I should start from this book or that book. So in that moment, only notes will help you. So I will definitely recommend you to make consolidated notes for the big subject, which are also included in your prelims and mains, and short 1 to 2 pages notes in A4 sheet for the mains topic. So we have already discussed the limited source topic.
Here is an good news for all of you, that is Unacademy Summit 2.0 in associations with the Hindu Group, a 2-day summit to transform your civil service preparation. That is on the 20 and 21st February 2021. To attend this free summit, you can register with my code, that is Pooja10. So here you will get speakers like Kailash Satyarthi, Deepak Gupta, Jayesh Rajan, Durga Shakti Nagpal, Dr. Ajit Ranade, Frank Rausen Pereira, Parveen Kashwan. And here you will get the educators like the Mrunal Patel sir, Siddharth Arora, Sudarshan Gurjar, Pratik Nayak, Madhukar Katware, Mudit Gupta, Rakesh Verma, Atish Mathur, Dipanshu Singh, Arthi Chawari, Aman Sharma, G. Rajput, Hima Bindu, Rushikesh Duvat, Anuj Garg, Arti Mishra. So who can attend this session? Each and everyone can attend this session, but it is specially for those who are preparing for the UPSC or civil service or want to appear in the civil service exam. Why should you attend? To get the clarity on the nature of the exam, to get the tips and tricks about the exams, to get all your doubts to be cleared by the educators and the speakers, to know the strategies and the preparation journey of the rankers, to know more about the life of a IAS officer from the bureaucrats, to be inspired towards cracking your dream exam, to become an empowered and able leader of tomorrow. So you will get 2 insightful days, 70 iconic speakers, 20 talks and discussions, 32 hands-on workshops. So where is that summit going to be held? It is totally going to be held on the online, and this is the best part. Is there any registration fee for the summit? No, it is totally free of cost. Will I be allowed to attend all the sessions? Yes, definitely you can, but there might be some sessions which will run parallelly. So in that case, you have to choose any one at a particular time. And who can be a participant in this summit? Each and everyone can attend this summit, and it is totally free for all, but definitely those who have keen interest in the civil service, it is totally for them. Are there special session for clarification of the doubt? Yes, definitely you will get the doubt clearing session also. So how to register? So as you can see, this is the link which I have given in my description below also. First you have to download the Unacademy Learning app from the Play Store. Then you have to register or sign in into the app, and then you have to select the goal as UPSC CAC, and you have to click on the link which I have given in my description below. When the page prompted, you have to give my referral code, that is Pooja10, to unlock all these free classes, or you can say unlock all these free sessions.
Now the number 2 is the limited discussion. That means when we are preparing for any exam for state PCS or UPSC, there may be your peer groups, but definitely peer group is good when it is only 2 to 3 people, not more than that, and that people will definitely help you, not win your studies which you have already done. So that people will, you have to choose, or you can say you have to understand that this friend is good for me and this friend is not. So I am hoping that if you are a UPSC aspirant, definitely you can understand that which friend is good for you, but you have to discuss limitedly with your friends. The reason is that when we are discussing with the friends, maybe you are a working professional, but that guy or that person is not the working professional. He is or she is studying at least 8 to 9 hours of study every day, right? He will tell you that no, you are in wrong direction, you have to study 8 to 9 hours. In that way he can tell you or she can tell you. So don't listen to them, because maybe he has or she has 8 to 9 hours, you have only 4 to 5 hours. But definitely if you can utilize these 4 to 5 hours in a smart way, definitely you can crack this exam before he or she also. So don't do much discussions with your friends or with your relatives and all these things. Try to utilize each and every moment with you. The number 3 is that limited toppers video, because here I have seen many students also, or many aspirants, those who have watched many toppers video. In my personal case also, when I have started my preparation in 2018, I have watched, you can say, 100 toppers video. But after watching all these toppers video, like from rank 1 from 2013 to rank 2017 rank, or not that time, 2017 have not come, 2016 rank 1, or you can say rank 100, each and every toppers video I have watched. But after watching all these things, I got confused that whether I should follow this strategy or that strategy. Many topper will say you they have completed 60 test series, 70 mock test series, but many will tell you they have never given test series, they have only solved the previous year questions. When we watch so many toppers video, we get confused that which is the right, what we have to follow. So for that reason I am telling you, try to watch at least 5 to 6, or you can say 10, not more than that. Please don't try to relate themselves with you. The reason is that maybe his family condition, maybe his working condition, maybe his each and every condition is not same with you, because we you can say each and everyone has their own strategy, has their own family background, has their own condition of life. So your strategy definitely would be good if you can do it in a you can say 100% proper way, then only you can definitely crack it. So don't watch too many so many toppers video. So I will definitely recommend you try to watch 5 to 6 toppers video, and try to get something from their video and incorporate in your strategy. That is the main thing I want to tell you, which I have done in my personal case. I have watched many toppers video, but I have picked few unique points which they have told in their videos, and I have incorporated them in my daily schedule, and definitely believe me, it helped me a lot. And here I just wanted to tell you this reason. And limited social media, because when we are doing UPSC preparation or any of the preparation, if we do so many social media, it maybe distracted you from your studies. But yes, Telegram, YouTube, it is very much needed, or WhatsApp is only for the family members. It is more than enough. But Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all these things can ruin your studies, can distract you from studies. The reason why I am telling here, when you go for your office work, right, you have at least 30 minutes break. In that time, If you don't have any social media account, you will watch YouTube current affairs video, you will download the study material from the Telegram channel. But if you have social media account, then you will utilize this time to do this Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. So I'm telling this just because of this reason. But definitely, if you have strong mind or mindset in you, then definitely you can control yourself and you can utilize this time in your studies. Then the fifth point is that limited strategy video watching on YouTube. The reason I'm telling here, because when you can say UPSC 2022 have almost 1 year in your hand. So before 1 year of each and every exam, you will get lot of videos on YouTube, strategy for UPSC 2022, because I am an aspirant, so I know these things properly. I am not a topper, so I know what aspirants feel. So that's why I'm making this video in point of view from an aspirant. But definitely don't watch each and every video. If you have started, if you have watched one video, if you have started your preparation, then don't watch this video, not even mine video also. If you have already watched one video for yourself and this suits you and you have continued it for like 7 days or 1 month, don't watch this video. You can stop this video now. But yes, if you have not started your preparation, this video is for you. But after starting this video, don't go for here and there for searching YouTube videos for UPSC 2022 as strategy and all these things, because this will reduce your time for the study, and throughout the year you will just scroll the YouTube pages and you will just watch the videos, but no work, you can say, only just planning and planning, but no action. So I am telling this just because of this reason. The sixth point is that utilize each and every moment you have, because I have seen many students in my personal opinion, in my personal you can say contact, 5 to 6 students, those who are preparing for the UPSC and WBCS, and they are working professional. They have utilized each and every moment they have. That means when they are going for the office in Ola or Uber, you can say, they are just watching the RSTV news, they have watched the current affairs videos, they have watched the, you can say, static notes which they have made for them. So they have utilized each and every moment they have, like for going for the office, coming from the office, in the tiffin break, and each and every time they have utilized. So I am recommending you, if you have at least 1 hour extra, if you can arrange at least 1 hour extra from your office work, that will definitely help you to gain at least 1 to 2 marks in your actual UPSC mains result, right? So don't ruin, or you can say don't procrastinate. Laziness is the biggest, you can say, enemy of our life. So I will definitely recommend you, try to always in a positive vibes, in a total active mode, and utilize your each and every moment. The seventh is that limited test series, because if you are a working professional, you have you maybe have few times in your hand, and I will definitely recommend you for at least 20 to 25 mock test for the prelims and 15 to 20 mock test for the mains. If you have completed the previous year questions paper last 10 years, which I have here written, 10 years for the prelims, 5 years for the mains, if you have done this thing, that is, after that 20 mock test is more than enough. Believe me, 20 mock test is more than enough. If you can do these things in a smart way, or you can say in a right way, if you are just doing the mocks and if you are not analyzing your mistakes from the explanations which they have given you, that is not the right way. You have, after giving one mock test, you have to give 5 to 6 hours for that explanation, for the analysis, that which area I have done mistake. So in each and every Sunday, what I did in my personal case, in the morning I did one mock test from whatever it is, DS, mains or prelims or CSAT, whatever it is, but I give one mock test. In the evening, I 5 to 6 hours, I really never did anything on that day, just doing the explanation, reading the explanation, and try to analyze my mistakes, especially for that questions which I have got wrong. So that will help you to increase your marks in your next mock. And smart work, not the hard work, which I have already told you. So what is smart work and what is hard work? To know that things, you have to know the proper syllabus of the UPSC, previous year questions of UPSC, and obviously the smart limited sources which I have here already discussed, each and everything. These all things are called the smart work, not the hard work. Yes, you have to do hard work. That means you have to utilize these 4 to 5 hours properly, not in procrastination, no tomorrow, only today, which I have already discussed here. That is time management. You have to know the proper time management. So definitely I will discuss the time management now. And yes, you have to do the limited test series, limited previous year questions paper. Many will tell you that 25 years questions is very much important, but I don't think that 25 years questions is not so much important. At least 10 years, last previous 10 years questions is more than enough. The reason why I am telling this, because in 2000, you can say in 1990 or 2000, the questions pattern of UPSC was totally different, like you can say SSC type or PSC type exam questions they have asked in the UPSC. But nowadays, since last 5 to 6 years, question pattern have totally changed. So I will definitely recommend you try to do at least 10 years of previous year questions, as you have less time in your hand. So now we will discuss the time management, that how you should divide your time for each and every subject every day. That means your day, what will be your daily routine or what will be your daily schedule which you have to follow. That means your daily routine, what should be your daily routine. But definitely it is a general overview. You can change it according to your preferences, according to your work time which you are doing. That I am not I really don't know that actual time, but yes, I have made a general you can say time schedule. The morning 2 hours before office. So when you are going for your office, at least try to read at least 2 hours before going to office. The reason is that in morning, when we woke up from our sleep, in that time our brain is totally full, you can say totally refreshed. So in that time you can catch up each and every tough concept so easily. So that's why I will definitely recommend you try to read at least 2 hours before going for your office. One big GS subject or optional, whatever it is. Maybe the first 6 months you can complete your GS subject, then you can complete the next 5 to 4 months for your optional paper. But try to complete at least big topic in that 2 hours for whatever the subject it is, but try to complete the big topics. In the office break, that means when you have got at least 30 minutes in your tiffin break or whatever the time it is, or in the traveling time when you are going for your office or coming from your office, you have at least 1 hour in that time. In that time you can watch current affairs video from the YouTube or any of the course which you have enrolled for, or anything else, whatever it is. But try to watch at least videos by clicking adding the, you can say any of the YouTube videos or anything else, but you can watch current affairs videos for your in that time. In the evening, after coming from your office, after taking your food and taking some rest for at least 1 to 2 hours, because rest is very much important, because after 8 hours of work, or you can say 7 to 9 hours of work, if you have not taken proper rest or proper, you can say sleep, then definitely you cannot remember, or you cannot memorize each and every concept, or you cannot understand each and every concept, and this will lead you too many frustration or anything else. So that's why sleep and rest is very much important. So after coming from your office, try to study at least 2 to 3 hours, because I really don't know which type of job you are doing. If you are a school teacher, then you maybe come from at least 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. in the evening. But if you are working in a corporate office, then definitely you maybe come from 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. in the night. So I really don't know whatever job you are doing, so it is totally depend on you. But at least try to 2 to 3 hours of study is very much important after coming from the office. So in that time, one thing you can do revision. There are a lot of options which you have, like in each and every phase you have to change it. When you are doing the GS portion, you can revise it. When your prelims or mains is coming, you can do mock test, you can do revision, you can do note making, or you can say consolidation of your notes. Before your mains, you can do answer writing practice. But whatever the topic you have read in the morning and in the office break, try to analyze, or you can say try to do at least mock test or answer writing from that particular topic, that whether your study which you have completed in the morning is really completed or not. So that will be your study routine. And in the Sunday, or you can say any of the holidays, at least 8 to 10. If you can increase this time, definitely well and good. But if you cannot, at least try to study 8 to 10 hours. So try to revise whole week study which you have studied from the Monday to you can say Saturday. So try to revise all these things in this 8 to 10 hours. This is one strategy. Or you can do one thing, after completing all this revision, when you have you can say completed your 5 to 6 months of your preparation, then one thing you can do mock test in the morning, and you can analyze your questions paper and explanation in the evening. So these are the strategy which you have to follow. Here I am not talking about that you have to follow this totally strictly like this. No, not it is not like that. You can change it according to your preferences, according to your time management, according to your office work or household work if you are a married person. that is totally up to you, but try to maintain at least 4 to 5 hours of study every day. I hope after doing all these things, you can definitely crack UPSC 2022 with wholehearted, with a flying colors. So don't worry. And in this video, I just wanted to share all these things. Many of you have requested me so many times in my comment section, so that this video is totally dedicated for all of you. So if you feel that this video is beneficial, please do let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.